Sebastian Metal Martinez, MMAnytt, hero of Alexander Bad Romance Jacobsen, who faces up with Søren Bak in the co-main event of Cage Warriors 93. So, Alexander, first things first, that nickname, are you a big Lady Gaga fan, or where exactly does that come from?
No, we were just joking about this, me and my coach, for like before I go to the first fight in Cage Warriors, we have to make a nickname. And we just talk about many names, and it was like, yeah, Bad Romance. That I like that, man. Why? What people is it for you? Bad Romance with the girls or what? No. It's like when I come into the cage, it's no love. It's Bad Romance, you know. Okay, so that's the real thing. It's Bad Romance when I go into the cage, and outside the cage, it's Great Romance.
Okay, that's a good way of putting it.
For the girls, it's Great Romance, but in the cage, it's Bad Romance.
Yeah, luckily, you're not facing the girls in the cage, so...
No, that will be hard.
Yeah. So, I remember way back when you made your Cage Warriors debut, and didn't really go your way, but since then, you really sort of found your stride. You went on a huge winning streak, you got cut off a little bit briefly, but you're back on your way, but... So what's changed for you as a fighter? Is it just like a matter of growing up and maturing and sort of finding your style, or was there something maybe that you changed with your training that sort of helped you with your win streak?
Yeah, you know, I've just been very hardworking, dedicated, and I just love the sport. So, and that's what I'm saying to people: if you just love what you're doing, how can you not perform well? Yeah. It's like with all things you do. So. My first loss was really hard for me mentally because I hate the loss, but I know the biggest mistake I was doing this fight was I was living in a gym 10 days, and that was not it was a living in a gym like in the industry place. So I was sleeping really bad, so everything was just, my mind was not good and everything. So. But after that, I just take a little time off, and then when I come back, I just go hard and educated and dedication, and yeah, just go my way, like 8 winning streak, and then I lost the fight against Fishgold, and then now in February I was winning the KO after 14 seconds. Yeah. So I know Saturday, yeah. I will do the same. I will give the crowd what I want to see, a good fucking fight. Yeah. And I hope it will be continued a little bit longer, but if he can take the punch, okay, that's cool. Otherwise, he will fall asleep.
Well, I mean, like you said, you had a great 8-fight winning streak up against, and I mean, you got even main event status against Chris Fishgold, which is, I mean, a big deal for especially a Scandinavian Cage Warriors fighter. They're British-based, so, you know, it tends to be, you know, that way. But looking back at it, was there anything that you wish you would have done a little bit differently, or is, you know, just maybe just a bad night, or, you know, what do you attribute that loss to?
With Fishgold, you mean?
Fishgold.
Yeah, it was actually 2 things I did really bad. That was the training camp was really long, too long. It was 3 months. I was doing 5 hard weeks home. I traveled 3 weeks to American Top Team. I traveled home again and trained 5 hard weeks. I was just too hungry, I wanted it so much that I just do things that I shouldn't do. You know, sometimes I just keep it fucking simple. Yeah. And I didn't do that. I just do everything else. I just train this. So my shape was extremely good. I was like, every time I spar, run, what I'm doing, I couldn't be tired, you know. I just pumped up people. But that's why I have changed my training now, because the last time, because when you fight MMA, you don't have 100 rounds. Yeah. You have maybe 1 round. Yeah, exactly. Often it's on 1 round. So it's very important to be 100% in every 1/10 of a second in all the 5 minutes. And then I know that my condition is so good that I can give everything for 5 minutes, and still I can do that 2 more rounds. So for me, I have been training much more smarter this time. And also when I fight Fishgold, I was I have I was taking all how to say it. When I fight him, I was respecting his takedowns, and I was too much focused about stopping his takedowns. You know what I mean? And I hate to make to make I have to do this and this. I just love to go in the cage, do what I need to do. I have always done that. I've been boxing 120 amateur boxing fights, and I have never had a game plan. Never. Every time I not have a game plan, just do it by your instinct. You know, you just have like a task, one task, two tasks, three tasks, and it will be fine. But when you start thinking of another opponent, you can't do this because he's good. Then I think it's not good for you. So this was two things: too long training camp, and I'm thinking too much of what he's good at, what makes my game. I think so. That was some of the things I shouldn't do. But of course, Fishgold is 18-1, 3-time world champion. So what can I say? I respect him and I like him. We was a friend now after the fight, so he's a good guy. So yeah, it is what it is, and he was the best this night. So no excuses. I just say that what I think I done wrong. Yeah. So this time I'm training much more smarter. I like I say, I just do focus on this first round, this few seconds, and then few seconds to a minute to a round, you know, and then I know.
Okay. Well, it sounds almost like then you were struggling to maybe find a balance a little bit in training, because like you were overtraining and maybe overthinking and things like that. Do you feel like maybe you found a better balance now since then?
Yeah, we and my team, we have my team, my coaches, we have much more balance now. We have found out what my strength is, and what I need to cut a little bit back on, and what I need to do more. Yeah. So right now I'm feeling pretty good confidence, and I'm feeling good. I'm feeling my health is also better. Before, yes, I can kill myself in training and train too hard, and like I say, I don't need to do 100 rounds. So yeah, the balance now it's much better because we have found what I need to do and train and use my strength. And it's no secret to say that I can knock out everyone if I connect my punches. I've done it in trainings and fights and every time. And with this thin gloves, it will happen many more times. So for my fans, you will have good times in the future.
Yeah. Well, one of those good times is obviously against Søren Bak, who is. I've been saying it many times ahead of this whole event. I think that your fight against Buck is probably the most interesting fight on the card in terms of rankings, up-and-coming future UFC fighters, stuff like that. Looking at Buck, I mean, he's obviously also a very good young talent. Where do you think, he presents dangers, and where do you see yourself as maybe a little bit better?
I see, of course, that he is a very dangerous on the ground, especially to take the back and Reneke choke. This is the point he is very good, and of course he's all around. But one thing, I like this fight because I'm a striker. That's not a lie, and he's a grappler. That's not a lie. But what's cool with MMA is that it's boxing make wrestling make boxing. You know what I mean? So that's you can accept to see in this fight also. So because I train hard in every area, so doesn't matter for me where the fight should go. I can fight where it goes, and I really want to give a good performance. That's the most important for me to, because the W is the most important, but to do a good great performance, that is the most important for me, and that is to show my skills in MMA, striking, wrestling, grappling, and the transition to everything. I want to show that this is what I'm training, so it's not like a boxing fight or wrestling fight, but it's mixed together. That's why it's mixed martial arts. So, and people forget, you're a striker, you're a grappler. Come on, it's MMA. Yeah. Everything can happen. That was also the mistakes I do against Fishgold, but I respected him so much that he tagged me with punches, Yeah. So you see, That's the love with MMA, that you can't sleep in some places. You can't respect him in this place, because I've been fighting some guys who respect my boxing too much, and what happened? They do poor in the ground too, because
sloppy takedowns
yeah,
and stuff like
sloppy takedowns. I'm end up with being on top position and things like that. So that's the beauty of MMA. It's so everything can happen, you know.
Well, it sounds like you heard it here first. A Bad Romance takedown coming on Saturday night, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But okay, so interesting. But so you said that you never had a game plan ahead of your boxing fights. But you know, now with MMA, it's a bit different. Do you have a bit more of a game plan, or you still just do your thing?
I never have a game plan, to be honest. I just go in there, do my thing. I have some tasks that tell me in my head, like one, two, or three, maximum three. And I know if I do these three small things, I'll win. Okay. So many people is I have to win, I have to win, I have to win. I never think of getting the win. I'm thinking of these small things. It can be avoid getting hit, or avoid takedowns, and make my things work, you know. And if I can make them, then I win, and then I make a great performance, you know. Yeah. That's what I wanna say to people I train with. Also, it's much better to do this great performance to be remembered, you know. Mm-hmm.
Oh, it sounds almost like a video game. You got your Xbox, you got to get the achievements, and then you beat the game. Yeah. So, okay, well, interesting. Now, being a Norwegian fighter, there's always this, sort of downside, knowing that you can't fight in front of your home fans. You always got to go abroad. You got to, go to Denmark or Sweden or, England, whatever. How frustrating is that for you? I'm sure you've got hometown fans who, maybe, can't travel to see you fight, or, family, whatever. How frustrating is it for you as a fighter, trying to, live with this, trying to make this your career, knowing that your government won't even allow you to do it at home?
It really sucks that we don't have it, but for me it's okay too. I love traveling, so and living in a good hotel and traveling around the world. That's I love it. So, and we can of course train at home. We have the level is going up now, and it's getting bigger and bigger now. So I think it will depend on time. I can't say for sure, but I hope it will be allowed soon. Maybe not in my time, but I'm happy that we apply. Mm-hmm. Because this sending also the fights, and I have a lot of fan base home watching, and my mother and father and family and friends is coming down here for this fight as well. And so it's all time the closest people is always coming. Yeah. I got my coach, most important, and my team is 2 other teams is coming down tomorrow. Mm-hmm. So things work very well, and we really what is the word? Yeah. But everything is okay. It's like no problem to travel out. Okay. It's like we got a good team, and we apply, like I say, is helping with the showing there. Yeah. Okay, we don't have it in Norway, but we have to do the best. Yeah.
Well, the best is definitely what you've been doing. Like you said, coming off a 14-second knockout, and so like you said, you want to perhaps go a little bit longer, show a little bit more skills and stuff like that. Show that it's not just good luck. It's the skills.
23 seconds.
23 seconds. Oh, my bad.
So we can take double, 28. It's okay. It's okay. Then I can say it's double time.
Yeah, exactly. If you doubled the fight time of your last knockout, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I think it's good.
Okay, so is that what you feel the fans both here and at home watching via play should expect? 28, 30-second knockout, or how do you feel like the ideal match or the ideal result for you?
I just go in, I do my thing, and he will probably do his thing. So let's see who's the best man. The best man may win. I say that I have respect for him in his areas, of course, but nothing more than that. The best man will win this night, and I will say that this is the fight everyone will see, the biggest on the show, and they will accept to see a good fight. And I hope it will be a hard, good fight. I'm ready for whatsoever. So I hope Soren is ready, and he will be ready because I know he's been training good. So this will be, let's show that this is really good for Scandinavia and MMA, European MMA. So and it's an important fight. I think the winner of this fight will get the title fight against Paddy the Pimlet.
Yeah.
So it's time to go down to Liverpool and beat the hell out of Paddy the Pimlet.
Great, I love it, and I'm sure the fans at home will love it as well. It's Norway versus Denmark in the co-main event here at Cage Warriors 93. Alexander, thank you very much. Good luck in the fight.
Thank you so much.